Hi, everybody. This is Rolande Sumner, and today I interview beautiful Amanda Beauchamp. She is the CEO and founder of Gaia Web Studios. She is a mother and she is a wife to two beautiful children. She's also a military vet, and she's going to give us her journey into entrepreneurship, and she's going to tell us about her services and so much more. Hi, Amanda.
Morning.
Good morning. So why don't you tell us about your journey? Tell us about how you got to where you are today.
Well, it feels like a long road. No, I know it's just the beginning. But it started in the Air Force. Um, I had gotten into a career field that, it helped me, instilled in me some good values and good skills, but I really wanted to do something different, but I wasn't sure. So while I was in the military, I got to explore through different I experimented, should I say, with different career fields. I tried different majors. My husband was wondering when I was going to settle down and pick one, but I finally discovered, that I loved computers. So I just, that's a wide field. So I explored some more. And by the time I was done with my enlistment or that contract, I was ready to move into the direction, of IT. So that's how it started. But after that, I cross-trained into IT and to the Guard, and it was more in the networking field, which I learned a lot, but it wasn't exactly the direction I wanted. But like I said, I was exploring, so I knew that wasn't it. It wasn't final. So I learned more about programming, which is the other side, the software side of IT, and then I um, I well, a lot of things transitioned in between, where I moved to South Carolina. I ended up getting out of the Guard, and I had to readjust when you move on from the military. So the transition is always interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I used my GI Bill to go back to school full time and for programming. So, and that's where I'm at right now. That's how I started.
Okay, cool. So tell us why you chose entrepreneurship. Because I think that's important for others to know. At least for military women, it's not for military period. It's just not even spoken about until after you get out or right before you get out. And they don't encourage you to go into entrepreneurship unless it's franchising or you already have something going. And so, I know it might have felt like a step in the dark. What made you cross over to entrepreneurship?
Well, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is like being in the dark. You feel your way with one step at a time, kind of thing, and just to find your way. But with entrepreneurship, I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know how, and I didn't know in what field. So um, as I gained my skills and got more experience, I got more brave, and I wanted mobility more than anything else, and independence. So I wanted a career. I wanted something that was going to pay me, or it was the return. It was going to be greater. Um, and I also wanted something that I could take with me wherever I moved, because I knew that that was the one thing I really did enjoy about the military. And before I even joined the military, I moved and traveled as much as I could. So um, I know that a job, when you're working usually for another company, you don't have that all the time. You're at their beck and call usually, and on their schedule. And I knew that I had a lot of creative interests, and it doesn't always fit so pretty into one package, where it's just one thing that you're going to be doing. I want to do a lot of things. So I knew entrepreneurship was probably going to be for me.
I want to go back a little bit when you said mobility and creativity. I wholeheartedly agree. the fact that civilian jobs, they're wonderful and they're necessary. And not everybody is going to be an entrepreneur and it takes this world forward. You need people who are going to be willing to sow into your dream.
Yes.
However, I get the whole mobility part and the creativity, because when you work for a civilian job or when you work for any job, even in the military, you do what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have the opportunity to come up with something new. And even if you do have the opportunity to come up with something new, it's in the confines of what their vision is and what their goals are.
Yes.
And it's not guaranteed. Like, at least with your own business, you can push past the hard parts and make it yours. And your income is limitless. Nobody's telling you, okay, well, we only have these positions available and you may not get one. So you might have to stay a secretary forever. Or
exactly.
You might have to stay middle management for 20 years. Like, you can make your business as big or as small or as mobile or as stationary as you want. You don't have to work 40 hours. You can work 60, you can work 10.
Yes, that's how I feel. That's how I felt. It felt a lot in the military.
Yes. I know you have children. I have kids too. So I know that's a big reason why I wanted to be a business owner, is so I can wrap my business around my family instead of the other way around.
Exactly.
So tell us about your services. I want to know more about what you offer, how you can help us business owners out here. And what are your pet peeves? What do you wish we would stop doing?
Well, in the field that I'm in, let's just say, also along with the business that I've started, I'm in an internship working for a web development company. So that way I could learn the opposite side of the business. They're a small company, so I get to see the business side of everything. And since I've had my own customers, clients as well, I've learned that the biggest thing is communications, and helping your client focus. That's the hardest part. Helping them stay on track for their own goals, because like other entrepreneurs, they have so many ideas, so many things that they want to do. They're reaching out here, reaching out there, and you just you have to nudge them a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
create that relationship though, and just kind of keep them on track so that they can complete their mission and get and grow their business. Because the biggest thing about what I've chosen is that you want your clients to grow. You want to see them. That's the whole point of my product, is to see them develop and get more customers, and see those stats grow. My services is web design, and some graphic design. I do mostly social media graphics. For web design, I am my what would you say? My process is to really get to know my clients one-on-one. So I prefer to have a small group of clients and keep it small in the boutique area, and to help them customize their business and grow, and to really get their vision out there. So that's kind of what my products help do. I'm growing them so that they can to be more on the web development side. The web development side eventually is going to be where, if you want an e-commerce site, which is where people want to sell products online. It's a huge site, so it takes a lot more coding, and that's soon to be out. Coming soon.
Okay, so what type of websites do you do? Because not every style is the same. Like, some people have different styles. Sometimes you work on, like, you can work on WordPress or Shopify or whatever. What specialties are you really good at, or do you focus on, or do you do a little bit of everything?
I do a little bit of everything currently. Right now, since I'm in the midst of starting and growing, should I say, some of my clients already have established hosting companies where they are using Weebly, which is just like Wix, kind of. I also use Wix. I also do WordPress. I haven't narrowed it down just yet because I want to be able to stay open to my clients' needs and where they started, and be respectful of that, and help them develop that. And in the future, if they want to transition to something else, I would help them with that.
Okay. And then what type of aftercare service do you have? Like after the project is done, what type of aftercare do you provide?
I update posts. I update their content, their images. If they want to adjust some things, there's I maintain their websites if they want me to. I also train and educate them if they want to maintain their own website.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to come up with the webinar because I do my own website in the confines of Shopify and my little limited knowledge. Like I can cut and paste and get myself in trouble. So I'm gonna need a webinar because I'm still
All right.
DIYer.
Good idea. That's a good idea. I could do that.
Great.
It's
So,
true. It's easy. It's easy because it's a lot of terminology, and sometimes it's just there's so many options and so many features. You can drown in the features if you're not sure.
yes, I get in trouble sometime, and then I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to call, Shopify for help, and
Exactly.
it's real interesting. um, so what are some things we're gonna get onto these pet peeves because I know you have some. I know like you look at us DIYers and you're like, what are you doing? Why did you do that? So give us some advice that we can follow this instant and tell us some things we should never do.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I try not to have pet peeves yet. I'm just kidding. No, it's there. It's more like I'm not unwilling to help my clients through some of the issues. So that doesn't really bother me. I guess what would bother me is probably, like I said, it's mostly the non-communication when they need something to get done, but then they're in a rush, but then they don't respond to me. That's my pet peeve. But like other than that, if something goes down, if there's an error, or they did something incorrectly, I don't mind helping them with that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What kind of advice do you have for us? And this is but it could be specific to STEM. It could be general, entrepreneur advice, general entrepreneur to mom advice. What type of any advice you can provide to us that we can start using today.
What I would say for creating a website, treat it like a vision board. Like you have a vision, put something together that you with images, so make it fun. I'm a visual person, so that's why I always encourage that, with things that inspire you, that your designer, me, can like look at and say, yes, I know you, I know this is exactly what you're looking for, I can find it too. That would help. That always helps the designer when you can give them as your vision. You can actually share your vision with your designer. That really helps. So
some of the things they can do is come with like Pinterest pictures or examples of other websites that they think they would like to
either other samples of other websites that you like. Also, Pinterest is a big thing. With my fellow designers that I kind of group with. They use Pinterest a lot, so that really does help. It's a free vision board, pretty much. That's what it is.
I do
So,
not get posters and tape or glue or anything like that. I go on Pinterest and I make all these boards. It's supposed to be business focused, but honestly, it's just all about Rolanda. Small
you
boards
can
and
do
stuff
that.
I might
They
do.
have their private settings, they have their public settings. Just create a board with the name of your business, and all the other ones could be Rolanda. It's,
Yeah.
that's how I have mine. You'll see that you have. I have my kids, I have me, and then I also have like my Gaia Web Studios.
And
So,
then also, I found out that you can add people to one specific board. So if they wanted to come to you with their inspirations, they can make a board and then tag you and you can look at it.
well, see, that's how I started. I forgot to include that. How I started when I arrived here in South Carolina. I became a consultant to another small company, a contracting company that I knew the owner, and she used Pinterest a lot, and that's how you know, uh, we really got on into each other's visions, because we both worked remote. Everything was remote. So whenever we wanted to, have a meeting or be on track with each other, we shared either Google. That's my other advice, Google Docs, and
Yes.
we also Pinterest and shared boards. So okay, on to that. Google, free. Whenever you can, just use as much free stuff online as you possibly can, and Google, they supply it. So we use that a lot in the entrepreneur world, should I say, or in the contracting world, the consultant world.
I use it. And honestly, I have my own little pet peeve. I know this is totally house, but I'm just going to tell it. So when you start your business and you have, your name at gmail.com, that doesn't look very businesslike. Has Google Suites, it costs $5 per
I
email.
use it. I use it.
Yes, me too. You make your own domain, like literally for $5. You make your own domain, and then it gives you one email and a whole suite of stuff. And then
Yes.
Google Docs, Google Apps that attaches to like your QuickBooks and whatever else you want. A lot of it is free. If you need another email with your domain on it, it's another $5. So right now I pay $10 for my regular email and my wholesale email. And I'm telling you, it drives me nuts when I want to work with the business. And then they're like, oh, here's my email address. And it has at gmail.com. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes.
You don't want anything to be rude, but it's $5.
Oh, but when I saw my business's name on that domain, oh my God, I felt like I have arrived.
Yes. I felt so official because I was one of those who had like butter angels at shopify.com. I was like, this is wrong. Yeah. Honestly, having a domain is cheap. It's so cheap. It's $12 a year.
It is.
It is so cheap. So that's my little advice. Go to get Google Suite for $5. $5 entire dollars to do this.
Exactly. Following that, my other advice is just to use as many free resources as possible. With entrepreneurship, I know that you don't have to go completely alone. And the whole idea of entrepreneurship is that you network and you build a team, either of mentors, clients, of other peers. And one of the bigger ones that besides the veteran associations, because you're a veteran,
Yes.
was the SBA.
Yeah.
The SBA, I followed them a lot. They have a lot of free training, and they have a lot of events, a lot of advice. I would definitely tap into that.
You could do SBA, which you could do SBA and SCORE, SCORE at the same time. You can get a mentor from each. You can also, like, both me and Amanda are part of the same veteran group. Actually, she's the vice president for Sister Veterans of Greenville Spartanburg. And you can get connected with other veteran businesses and just people in general, because networking is more than just connecting with people in your industry who can help you directly.
Exactly.
Connecting with other people, period. So yes, and as a matter of fact, I'll probably do a video and a podcast on all of the many resources that you can use as a veteran and just as a business owner, period. But she's absolutely right. Get connected. You're not on an island.
No.
Shouldn't do this alone. Not, you don't have to, but you should not do this alone. You're not going to grow if you do this all by yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, tell us how we can find you and how we can get your services. Because honestly, I think it's awesome that we have such a uprising of women in STEM, web, developers and designers and whatever else STEM includes. So I want to make sure we were able to find you.
My website is www.gaiawebstudios.com. Gaia, Gaia, because it could be spelled two ways. And then my email is amanda@gaiawebstudios.com. And my favorite social media that I focus on, because I can't focus on a million, is my Instagram, which is Lady Champion 23.
Okay. So you guys don't have to worry about, driving and writing it down if you're listening to the podcast, or stopping what you're doing if you're watching the YouTube video. All of that information is listed below in the comments. Make sure you click and follow her on Instagram and, contact her, reach out to her and get some help. Because I know I'll probably have to call her eventually if I keep my own website. The guilt is heavy over here. Thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you so much coming on. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. And we'll probably have you back on again for some more specific topics in STEM, because we need you. We need to learn more about you and what you're doing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I would love to be there.